Namaste, everybody. In this fourth part of the series, I am going to talk about why the astronomy simulators are unsuitable for dating the Indic past. Here I am showing one sample from a very well-known Mahabharata researcher who has given the date as 3067 BCE, which comes 35 years after the death of Krishna. But he didn't mind that, but he just relied on the planetarium simulator, and then he chose one day when moon was in Revati. That was the day when Krishna started from Upaplavya for the peace mission. It is given that he started on the Revati type on the day of Revati, that is in the Kartika month during the Maitri Muhurta, which falls around 9 o'clock in the morning. So he just looked for the planetarium and he got it here, and then he saw this, he showed this as a horizon. So it was before sunrise, maybe after sunrise it would have come up there. So he wanted to make sure that, he wanted to show that they are together, moon and Revati are together. That's all. Now I am going to show you another simulator. This is stellarium simulator. In stellarium, for the same date, it shows that Revati was setting in the west around 2 a.m., that is night 2 o'clock, which means the Revati nakshatra had risen at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It was not in the morning. It was not present in the morning at all when Krishna started. So this discrepancy is there between one simulator to another simulator. Then I started looking for where moon was there in the stellarium simulator. It showed that moon was in Jyeshta Nakshatra during the daytime for the same day that researcher has given. Around 3 p.m. in the afternoon, it was close to sun, which means it was almost in Amavasya or nearing Amavasya. And here you find one problem, see. Whether the Amavasya has started or not, you cannot find out in a astronomy simulator, whereas that is told in astrology simulator. So it is close to sun, that's all, in the daytime, but it is in Jyeshta, not in Revati. So two simulators have differed. Just imagine what could be the difference with other simulators. So the one who is using stellarium will give some date. The one who is using planetarium will give some other date. So the discrepancy is there. Not only that, in the stellarium, in the simulator, that is in the planetarium also, that is the equinox is in Aldebaran, which is Rohini. Never can the equinox fall on a Rohini. Up to Kritika first pada, that is within the Mesha Rasi only, the equinox can move according to Shabda Pramana. Now you will know why I am insisting on Pramanas. I gave you the methods. Some of you might have even felt it's all boring, but it's very necessary. The fundamental is very necessary. The Pramana that you follow will tell you whether this is acceptable or not. This is not acceptable because it is not supported by the Shabda Pramana. I am taking the same date, 3067, used by another author. And this author is showing this, he uses cyber sky and he shows summer solstice, which means Dakshinayana, starting in Maga Nakshatra, which means Simha Rasi. So never in our life, never in the life of the earth can Dakshinayana start in Simha Rasi, because that is the Shabda Pramana. Shabda Pramana, as per Shabda Pramana, it cannot go beyond your Cancer. That is Kataka Rasi. And see, 60 degrees Kataka Rasi, 30 degrees Mithuna Rasi, then 0 degrees Rishabha Rasi, which means he is placing the vernal equinox within the Rishabha Rasi, which is not once again supported by Shabda Pramana. So now another problem also. In the sidereal day, we use a sidereal day in our culture. Sidereal day is the sun when it enters Ashwini. Once again, it comes back to the same star, Ashwini. How long it takes, that is sidereal year. Based on that, the sidereal day is also calculated. Here I am giving an example from a old Panchanga of 1867 CE. See, they used to give like the days, Vinadi, and Tatpara only. This is the conversion table I'm giving here. For 1867, I have converted it into the number of days. Whereas recently, NASA has given this date. You can see, even though the day is just 365 days per year, look at the decimal place, 0.2586, here 0.2563, which means the Earth is moving, that is a sidereal day is less than 3 minutes. Now, More recently, the Earth is moving very, very faster now. The recent reports are saying we don't have the data now. That means the sidereal year will be even different now. The problem is the sidereal year is not the same as the Julian or Gregorian days given in the simulators. For example, take the Julian year and compare it with the Vedic sidereal year. Vedic sidereal year is always longer than the Julian year. This is a NASA data. When I just deducted from these two, then I got the sidereal year is 9 minutes, 15 seconds longer. For 5,000 years, it is 31.8 days longer, which means those who are showing the Mahabharata date in the Julian calendar in their astronomy simulator, that date is less than the sidereal year by 31.8 days. Similarly, for Gregorian year, that also is lesser than the sidereal year that we use. The NASA data once again taken, when we compare it in 1 year, the sidereal year is longer by 20 minutes. In 5,000 years, 69 days. That means that those who are using Gregorian calendar in the astronomy simulator are not getting the exact date, because that date will be shorter by 69 days. So do you still believe that Western simulators using Julian and Gregorian dates are suitable for dating the Indic texts? They don't use sidereal date, that we only astrology simulators use. So at least now please understand why they are all getting the date wrong. The simulators are different and the data is also different. So with that, we are coming to the end of the part 4. In the next part, we'll continue more on this. And I'm taking leave of you. Thank you very much. And I request you to share it widely among peoples to remove this kind of illusion about the dates of other researchers. Thank you very much.